I went all through school at St. Leo's, Red Bank Catholic. I've lived in Lincroft for over 25 years. I've been a member of Lincroft First Aid and Rescue Squad for 28 years, and I've been an executive officer there for close to 20 years. I'm honored to be your candidate for Middletown Town Council, the committee. It's a long road that we have ahead of us, but I welcome your support, and it's just such a thrill for me to be here tonight with all of you and to have you include me here. I direct the Center for U.S. War Veterans Oral Histories at the museum, as well as being assistant curator. I've interviewed over 400 veterans in Sea Girt, but the way I got there was through Brookdale Community College. My degree is Bachelor of Science in Biology. I was pre-med at the College of St. Elizabeth up in, what used to be called Convent Station, now it's Morristown. I just had my 30-year reunion last weekend. It was wonderful. I went back to school after 17 years. Because I had been subbing in Middletown, I had been a special ed aide. My son was in New Monmouth School at the time. He was in special ed, so I jumped on board. I didn't even use my transcripts. I worked as a lowly aide when I could have been a teacher at the time. But I loved the experience. I learned how our public schools are building up the students' self-esteem. These kids have handicaps, and the teachers are just so wonderful with these kids. But after a while, I realized I need to start using my degree after being home for a while, so I went back and started subbing, and I love that too. So a lot of people know me, like a lot of kids. You know, I'll run into them, especially, well, I live in Lincroft, but when I come up to Middletown to go shopping, there's usually a kid that I used to teach, so it's very nice to see that. I also was a volunteer catechist at St. Leo's for years, where I did graduate from. Again, being a mom and having my kids involved in that, so I really got a lot out of that as well. And it was during 9/11, and it was during those hard times that the kids were going through, and all of us were going through. And that brings me to today. We're going through some hard times now. This recession doesn't look like it's going anywhere. Unemployment. I have a son who just got his bachelor's from Rutgers last fall, and you know, he's been trying to get into the state police and different jobs. He's a political science and history major. So I know that these are rough times, and I'm highly insulted at what's happening to our tax dollars here in Middletown, and I'm also highly insulted that things like the meetings not being televised, and the bonds, the amount of money that's being borrowed, and the amount of years that it's being paid back for, and to be told that there's not enough money to televise it, that you're being hit with a stone wall, and there's got to be a way to knock down that stone wall, and believe me, I intend to find out what that way is. Alright, first I should say, I never thought I'd get involved in politics. I ran for student council sophomore year at Red Bank Catholic, and this is not something I'd ever do. I'm the most apolitical person that I know about these issues, and that's why I'm here and I'm willing to be a part of it. My kids are grown. I'm community-minded. I serve my community. I married into a family that serves the community since my son's great-grandfather. My son is a fourth-generation volunteer fireman in Middletown. His uncle, father, grandfather, and great-grandfather were all Middletown fire chiefs. I feel that I could do a good job with this. And with your support and your guidance and your friendship, I think that there's hope. So I look forward to seeing our tax dollars going to a better result rather than where they've been going, into someone's pocket, basically. People have been profiting off our tax dollars, and even my next-door neighbor, Debbie, doesn't know that. And I want not only her to know that, but I want as many people that get on and off the trains to know that. There's got to be a way we can do it if we all put our heads together and try.